So, can you stop eating without fixing all your emotional problems? What will you do with the feelings? Do you want to know something that drives me absolutely crazy? It's the idea that people have to solve their emotional problems before they can stop overeating. Because, well, I've got news for you. And I'm sorry, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Overeating makes your emotional problems worse. There, I've said it. When clients tell me they can't deal with how depressed, anxious, lonely, or angry they feel without binging, I often wonder, how will they deal with it when they do? Just try to convince me you don't feel more depressed about 20 minutes after you binge than just before you did. I don't care how awful you felt feeling that way and then knowing that you're going to have to recover from the binge, that you may have gained weight, that your digestive system is wrecked and is going to feel twice as bad. Well, go ahead and tell me that you don't feel more anxious about realistically worrying that you may increase your risk of diabetes, heart disease, or a dozen other diet reversible or preventable conditions than you would have done if you knew you were taking better care of yourself. Or that you won't still feel enraged after you eat at someone for a while. The odds are you're going to be angrier. No, the cold hard truth is that you're going to feel what you feel no matter what. You might get 20 minutes of distraction from some junk, but the feelings will still be there and they'll be much harder to deal with because you've taxed your body so much with binging. And I've got news for you. You're binge eating because your inner critic loves it. It loves the taste. It loves the convenience. It loves the way it feels going down. Your inner critic lives for the binge and will gladly use the common cultural confusion about emotional eating to confuse you and trick you into eating more food. On the other hand, feelings aren't facts. If you sit with them for 20 minutes, you're likely to be in a whole different place. Even if you're not, you'll have your wits about you to help solve problems, connect with people, and generally make your life better. Sure, you can see a therapist or a counsellor to help process your feelings. You can even take medication if you've got a chemical imbalance. And I'm totally supportive of both of these if they are what is right for you. So do all of those things. Love yourself more. Give yourself a great big hug and tell yourself it's from me. Just kidding. Just stop confusing the matter by thinking that you've got to know what started the emotional fires that rage in your heart in order to stop overeating. In my experience, and I've worked with thousands of people over this, it's much faster to get control of the eating that contains the fire and prevents it from doing harm. But what does this mean? Well, you've got to make the line between healthy versus unhealthy being crystal clear. You need to eliminate 100% of the ambiguity. It's got to be such a bright line, there's no mistaking it. You've got to identify this inner critic's voice inside your head, which tries to justify crossing the line and binging. You've got to expose the lies, those illogical reasons the inner critic uses. And you want to make sure that you're actually getting enough regular nutrition and calories. And that's it. Now, this will not fix the negative emotions inside you. It will only prevent you from doing damage to your body by passing large volumes of unnecessary and unhealthy food through it. Life, unfortunately, in my experience, is not pain-free. But if you've got 8 problems and you then overeat, guess what? You've probably got another 9, 10, 11, 12 problems. And those original 8 are still there. If you found this interesting and you want to know more about working with me, either privately in my one-to-one program or inside my group of Food Freedom Mastery program, drop me a DM with the word freedom or comment freedom below and I'll get you all the details.